welcome to my channel. Here we are going to work on this problem as we have that figure 1 shows two incomplete views of intersecting square prisms P and Q of size 30 and 20 respectively, referring to this diagram. And here we have that using a scale of 2:1, question Roman figure 1 says that copy the given views, and Roman figure 2 says that complete the two views, and Roman figure 3 says develop part Q using XX as seen. Okay, and as we have here, distance from here to here is 50. Distance from here to this point is 8, and from here to here is 35. And then this is for the surface development that we asked to do for this part Q. We have the same XX here, and the angle at which this is inclined to the vertical, or this line XX is inclined to the vertical, is 30 degrees. Okay, so as we are given the scale to use 2:1, what they expect us to do is to multiply each of these dimensions by 2. That means we have to multiply 50 by 2, 8 by 2, 35 by 2, and also we have to multiply this 30, that is the length of side of part P, we have to multiply by 2, and length of side of part Q, which is 20, we have to multiply by 2. But for this drawing that I'm going to make, I'm not going to make use of this scale. And I want to tell you that when you have a question like this in an examination, please multiply each of these dimensions by 2, except the angle. The angle remains at 30, it remains 30 degrees. Okay, so but for me, I'm not going to make use of this scale. I'm going to draw it as we have here. Please take note of what I said. Now let's go and work on this problem, as we need to draw this plan. This is the plan for the part P. Then we have this incomplete part for the part Q, and then they expect us to draw, as we are told that we should draw complete the two views. So we have to complete this part, and we are also going to complete this. So we are going to see how I'm going to do it. Now the first thing that we need to do is to draw a vertical center line. So we have to draw a vertical center line first. So here, so I will draw it. This is the vertical center line. All right. Then we draw horizontal center line here. Okay, so having drawn the horizontal center and vertical center line, the next thing that we are going to do is to construct this square. Now, when you have a square positioned in this form, to construct it, and this is the method that I use to construct a square like this when it is positioned in this form. So what I will do is that, as we have here that the length of side of this square is 30, so I'm going to find the length of diagonal of this square, which means that if I'm using Pythagoras theorem, I'm going to find the square root of the square of this, of the sum of the square of this 30, the square root of the sum of the squares of this 30. So that means that is going to give me 1,800. By 1,800 by 2, if I find the square root of 1,800, that will give me 42. Then that 42 that I've gotten, I'll divide by 2, and that will be 21. So it is that 21 that I will take from with my compass on the ruler. So I will take 21 millimeters now. So this is 21 millimeters. So having taken 21 millimeters, I position the pinpoint at this point where the two lines intersect. I'll make an arc here. So make an arc here. If I like, I can draw a circle, but I don't want to use a circle. So draw an arc here, and also here I will draw a circle, and here I will also draw a circle. Sorry, I will draw an arc, not a circle. Okay, so I need to make sure this intersects, and also this should intersect. Alright, so with what I've done here, So I'm going to join this point together. So I'm going to join this point together. So this point, I'm going to join it together with this point. Okay, and also this point, I will join it together with this point. And then this point also, I will join it together with this point, and I will also join this point together with this point, so to complete that square. Now if you take the measurement of this square, it will give you 30 millimeters. Let's see. So this is it. This is 30 millimeters. You can see that the method that I use is an accurate method. So if you have another method that you can use, please go ahead and use. But for me, this is the method I usually use to construct a square that is positioned in this form. Alright, so having drawn this square now, for us to draw the front elevation, we are going to come up a little bit and we'll draw this horizontal line. But before I go on, I'm going to number this point. This point is point 1. Okay, this is point 2. This point is point 3, and this is point 4. Okay, so on the square. Then the next I'm going to do is that from this point 1, I'm going to draw a vertical line, so going up like this, and also from this point 3, I will draw a vertical line. We have already drawn that of 2 and 4 as a center line, so we are still going to work on that. Now, having drawn this, we know the height of this part P is 50 millimeters. So I will take a measurement of 50 millimeters from this point on the vertical line. So having taken the height of the prism, so as we have it to be 50, so I'm going to draw this line as a thick line. Okay, then so I'm also going to make this line, so this line will also be a thick line. Okay, then this base also will be a thick line. So I will leave the remaining 2 lines and I will come back to that later. Alright, so if you number this, this is point 1, this is point 2, 4, and this is point 3. So let's take note of that as we have it here. Now what we need to do now is to construct this part that we have here, is to construct this part. And for us to construct this part, we have that distance from here to here is 8, and from here to here is 35. I will first of all take a measurement of 8 millimeters from this point up. So 8 millimeters up. So this is 8 millimeters here. Then I'm going to take my 30 degrees set square. 30 degrees set square. So I'll take 30 degrees set square like this. So putting it at this point where we have this 8. Then I'm going to draw a line in this direction. Then having drawn that line, the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to take a measurement of 35 millimeters. So I'm trying to make sure that you understand this construction. Okay, so take a measurement of 35 millimeters. This is 35 millimeters here. This is 35. Then with this 35 millimeters that I have taken, so I'm going to since I have drawn this at an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal, I will take the 60 degree side of the set square and draw a perpendicular line to this line. That's a line that will be at a right angle to this. So we have this line. Okay, so then before I can complete this, so there is something I need to do. So what I'm going to do is that I will move away a little bit from this part, because what I want to do is that I want to construct a square around here. So I will come and tell you how that is going to be done, but you see it. So we are going to draw, so just move away, and we are going to draw a center line here. Draw a center line here like this. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is that we first of all consider the length or side of the square that we have to construct it, as we have that these are 2 square prisms. So this is one, this is the other one. Now, for us to get this middle line, so we also calculate the length of diagonal of that square. So length of diagonal of this square, by the time I use Pythagoras theorem, I find the square root of the square of 20 plus the square of another 20, and that's going to give us 800. So if I find the square root of 800, that will give me 28. And 28 by 2 is 14. So what I will now do is that I'm going to take a measurement of 14 millimeters on my ruler with my compass, 14 millimeters. So this is 14 millimeters. So with this 14 millimeters, I will put the midpoint at this point. So I'm going to make an arc here. Okay, so this is going to be the center. So then I will also make an arc at this point here. Okay, then here also I will make an arc, and on this side also I will make an arc. So just look at the way I'm doing it. So the next thing that we are going to do is that I'm going to take my 30-degree set square, then I'm going to draw a line through this middle point. So I will draw a line through this middle point. So it goes, so it will be a center line. It will be a center line like this. Okay, so then coming up here, I will also draw a line through this. Alright, so this is what we have. So what I just need to do is that I need to join this point together. Okay, so I need to join this point together. So we are joining the point like this to produce the square. So we join this point together. Though I will join this point together. Okay, so then I will join this point together. So here I will join this point together, and then here I will join this point together. Okay. Alright, so if we take the measurement of the length of side of this square, it should give us 20. So this is it. This is 20 millimeters. So that's it. Alright, so that is how to draw the square. So for this part, so just practice it. Now the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to divide the length from here to here into a number of equal parts, and we also divide this from here to here into a number of equal parts. So this is how we are going to do it. So we have to extend this line. Okay, and to divide into a number of equal parts, that's my decision. I just want to divide it. So let me divide this into 3 equal parts. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So 5 millimeters and 5 millimeters. So I'm joining the last one to this point. Okay, so also I will also do the same thing here, just 5 millimeters. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So joining, so this one, so joining the last one to this point like this. Alright, so then the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to get this line. So I'm going to get them drawn. So coming to this point, so I'll draw this, and also so coming to this point, so I will draw this line. Alright, so I'll do the same thing here too. So as we have here, okay, so moving in, so I will draw this, and then here also I will draw this. Okay, so now, so I'm going to number this point. So if this point is 0, if this is 0, so this should be, this is 1, so this is 2, so this is 2, and this is 3. So I will also do the same thing here. So this is so for this, so this is 3, so this is 2, and this is 1. So let's take note of that. Now, so we also need to replicate the same thing here in the plan that is down here. So I'm going to extend this line. So I'm going to extend this center line. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is that, so with my set square, so I'm going to, so this line, so starting from here, and then, okay, before that, so I also need to, so project this in here. So this point, I'm going to project this. So from this point, so for 2, I'll draw the line, and from 1 also, I will draw this line. Here from 1, I will draw this, and then from 2, I will draw this line. Okay, so with what I've done here, so I can just draw. Okay. Alright, so I'm not going to draw from here. I'm drawing from this one directly. So this one is not part of the main object. We are drawing from the main object. Let's take note of that. So this point now, if I label this point, this is 0. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Let's take note. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So these are the points that we are using. Now let's come to the plan. Let's come to the plan. So what I'm going to do here is that, so I'm going to draw a vertical line, a vertical center line from this point, as this is also a center line. So draw a vertical center line like this. So it's be good if you can take our time to understand this work here. So now, so I will also take that same 14 millimeters that I used. So to get this point, so we still have this to be 14 millimeters. So putting at this point, then I will draw this. So draw an arc here. So here I will draw an arc. Okay. Then here also I will draw an arc. And here I will draw an arc. Okay, so having done this now, so the next thing that I'm going to do, so I don't even have to draw the whole. I can just draw part of it. Even here I shouldn't have drawn, but it's okay. So I can just what? So just let me join the points together. So if you complete it, no problem. If you draw half of it, so for this part there's no problem. Okay. Alright, so I join this together, and also I will join this together. Then I will join this together. So also I'm going to divide this into a number of equal parts. So I divide into a number of equal, that is into 3 parts as we have done up there. So we divide this side and this side into a number of equal parts. So to do that, I'll just take 5 millimeters as I did for the one up there. So this is 5, 1, 2, 3, and this is also 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so join the last one to this end. Okay, then I will join this to this end. Okay, then I'm going to take my set square. So I'm going to draw a line at this point. So parallel to the first one that I drew, and also at this point, parallel to the second one. Do the same thing here. Okay, so we move here. So we draw this line. And we move in here, we draw this line. Alright. So so looking at what we have here, we are going to number this, but in this case we alternate the numbers. So this will now be 3. Okay, this is 0, and this is also 0. Then this should be what? This is 1, and this is 2. So this is 1, and this is 2. We need to alternate the number. If you don't do that, you won't get it done as it's supposed to be done. Now, so what we are going to do now is that, so from this point 1, we are going to draw a horizontal line that will touch this square. So we draw a horizontal line from this point. So I should have also drawn from this point 0 to meet the square, and also from point 2. So we have to also draw from here to touch the square. Okay, then here from point 2. So we have done that of 3, so we draw to touch the square. And from point 1 also, we draw to touch the square. Then from point 0, we draw to touch the square. So now, so having done this, the next thing that we are going to do is that, as we are told that we should draw the complete plan and the complete front elevation, you are going to understand how I'm going to do this. Very, very simple. Now we take our set square. So from this point 3, I will draw a vertical line. I will draw a vertical line down. Okay. Then from point 2, I will draw a vertical line. Okay. Then from point 1, I will draw a vertical line. Then from point 0, I will draw a vertical line. Okay. Then from point 1 up here, I draw a vertical line. From point 2 up, I draw a vertical line. And then from point 3, I will draw a vertical line. Okay. So let's take a look at that. Now, so the next thing that we have here is to look for the point of intersection of this. So we have 3 here. So, and this is line 3. So they intersect at this point. So we take note of this point. And we also have 3 here. So this is another 3. Then we have what? We have 2. So we have 2. We have 2 down. We have 2 up. So here we have 2. This is point 2 here. And also here is point 2. Okay. Then we also have 2 on this side. And then we have 2 here too. So take note of that. Then next we have what? We have 1. So 1. So if you follow this line, this is where we have 1. And then we also have 1 here. And then coming up here, we have 1 here. And then we also have it here. Then next is 0. So for 0, we have 0 at this point. Okay. And we also have it at this point. So with what we have done here, this point that we have located, so we are going to say it forms a straight line. So we are going to join them together like this. So we join them together, and we also join these together. And here also we join these together, and then we join these together. Alright, so this is how the shape of the square that we see here is how it should look in the plan. So then this line, we are going to make it a thick line. So that's how it should look in the elevation. Okay, so then this line also will be a thick line, that is from here to here. So it will not cross. And also this line will be a thick line from here to here. So we have completed the plan as you see it here. This is how it's supposed to be. Now we go to the front elevation to complete the front elevation. They want us to draw the line of interpenetration. Okay, so what we need to do now is that as we have here, so this point, so this line here is 3. And if we go up here, so we have this point, this is 3, so they intersect each other. So we have here we have 3 here. Okay, so here we have 3, so this line is line 3, so it goes up, so we have what? We have 3 at this point, and we also have 3 up here, so we have gotten these 2 parts. So now, so the next thing that we are going to do is that, so this is for 2, this line is for 2, and line 2 touches the square at this point. So we are going to draw a square from here. So we draw a square from here and it goes up like this. So it intersects, okay, I need to extend this. Okay, so it intersects 2 at this point here. Okay, and also intersect 2 up here, like this. Then this is for 1, so if we draw a vertical line from here for 1, so it goes up like this. Okay, so for 1, it intersects this line 1 at this point here. Okay, then intersect line 1 up here, it intersects it. So here at this point, this is the point, intersect it here. Okay, so the next one is 3, so this is, sorry, 0. So this is 0. So if we draw a vertical line, so from here up, so this is line 0. Let me draw it clearly. Okay, so it intersects line 0 at this point here. Okay, so then the next that we are going to do is that this forms straight lines. To point the form straight lines, so we join this together like this. Okay, and then we join these together, so they form straight lines like this. Okay, so then this line here from here will be a thick line, and also this will be a thick line from here to here. And then we are going to make this line, so a thick line. Okay, so this line at the center will also be a thick line, and then this will also be a thick line. So we have this, and then so this will be a thick line. All right, so then the line here will also be a thick line because this is a corner. So this will be a thick line from here down. All right, so we have completed the plan and also the front elevation as we are instructed, as simple as I've done it. What we have left is to draw the surface development of this part Q. So this is part P as we are told, and this is part Q as we have in the drawing. So we have to develop part Q as we are instructed. Alright, let's go and develop part Q. So what we need to do is that we are going to draw a horizontal line from here. So here we draw a horizontal line like this. Okay, so this is this is the seam. So XS we are cutting from here and we are spreading. So so if you look at this point, so this point is this point. So we have 3 here. Okay, so we have 3. So I'll just write 3 here. Okay, so then the next thing that we are going to do, this is a 4-sided prism. So it's a square prism. So what I need to do now is that I'm going to take my compass. So I take my compass, and then I take just one length of side, which is 20 millimeters. You can just use your ruler to take that measurement. Then we are going to have, this is 1, so this is 2, okay, so this is 3, and this is 4. Okay, so we have this. So what I need to do now is that I'm going to erect a vertical line on each of these points, so like this. So I'll also erect this. Then I will draw a vertical line here. Here also I will draw a vertical line. So look at what we have here. So here we have what? Here we have, this is 3, 3. So we also have 3 at this point. So if we open from this 3, okay, so we take it, okay, sorry. So here we have 3. So looking at what we have here, so we are cut from here. We are going to have this 3, so 1 3 here, that is this one, and we also have it at this end. Then what follows this 3 is 0. So we are going to have 0 on 2 points. So we are going to have 0 at this point, another 0. As we look at this, we have 0 here, 0 here. So we have it here, and then so this 3 will be in the middle because we are ending it here. Just look at how I'm going to do. So we take the compass, then we take from this point, so we extend our compass to this point on the vertical prism. So we take this distance, then we put at this point 3 here. So we make an arc here. That's shift check. Okay. Alright, so we have the arc here. And also we put at this point, so we make an arc here like this. So then we come to this 0, so we take the distance from here to here to this point. So putting it at this point 0, so we make an arc here, and also at this 0 we make an arc here. Then so we come to this 3 here, so we take this distance from here to here. Okay, so then so we make an arc at this point. Alright, so we are going to join these points together. So we join this point together like this. Alright, so then we connect this together, and then we connect this together. Then we connect this together. Alright, so that's it. Then we need to make this line a thick line. Okay, so this line also, so make it a thick line, and this one we also make it a thick line. Here we make this a thick line. Here we make this a thick line, and then here we make this a thick line. Alright, so this is the surface development of part Q as we are instructed. We have solved the problem. It's as simple as I've done it here. All you need to do is to practice. When you practice, you become perfect at this work. Thank you. Keep on practicing, and God bless you.